We're live.
Live. How's it, guys?
Welcome to the show.
We've got an exciting episode for you tonight. We're talking about all the exciting upcoming NFT projects for January 2022. So first of all, I want to just show you some OpenC data over here. I'll show you what's been happening. Can you see that, Eth?
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
We got OpenC monthly volume. This is from June Analytics. You'll see here that December OpenC did 3.2 billion in turnover. And if you look at January already, and we're only the 3rd of January, there's almost 600 million that's been done there. Now, that's a huge number for 3 days. I honestly think we're on track, if all things stay the same and continue, to have the best month ever here. I mean, if you look here at June was 328 million. So we already are almost double the whole of June. It's unbelievable. And probably almost equivalent to all the months up to July together, which is really incredible. If you look at the OpenC daily volume, you'll see that yesterday, I just want to get the pointer there, was $243 million yesterday alone.
Wow.
And today also hasn't been finished yet, and we're already just under $200 million, which is absolutely, absolutely incredible.
And one thing too that you have to keep in mind when you're looking at this stuff is the number of OpenC wallets. I think there's something like less than 1 million OpenC wallets currently. So to have that kind of money flowing through is and not really that many wallets in the NFT OpenC space. It's crazy. And it's just going to get more and more.
If you look here, 362,000 active traders in the month of December. So that's not the total, but that's who transacted in December on OpenC. And then so far for January alone, we're already 111,000 3 days into that. I mean, a lot of them will be repeat, but it's incredible, really incredible.
And then we've got this, which could have been one of the reasons why we spiked. We have the Mutant, another mega Mutant serum sold for a ridiculous amount of Ethereum. Like, that's crazy. 1,542 ETH, 5.8 million. So this was bought by the CEO of Chain Protocol. And I guess he's going to have some sort of plan to do something with his serum, probably a live stream, just like the last one. And I'm just excited to see what comes out of this thing. But I think this is probably another reason why we had a big spike in OpenC, not only OpenC, but the floor price of Mutant apes, right? That floor has gone up. And if you can't get a Mutant, maybe try getting something else. Maybe just get your first NFT ever. Right, so that's probably.
So I'll show you.
Yeah, let's see this.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll show you here. You were talking about the floor price, just under 15 Ethereum, the current floor price for Mutant apes. When we spoke about it on Friday, the floor, and I just want to check here, was 11.5 ETH. So it's gone up almost 3.5 ETH in 3 days, which is absolutely incredible. It does seem to be pulling back.
Oh, we just cut out here. We just lost you for a second there, Philip, but we're back. We're good to go.
We're back.
Yeah,
sorry
we're back.
about that. So I was just saying, it was about 16 earlier, which is incredible, and it's pulled back a bit. Seems like it's reconciliating a bit, but that's incredible. We also spoke about Janky Haste on Friday's show. When we spoke, it was 0.265. This is the guys who have got that thing with Gucci, the collab with Gucci, 0.35. So that's almost a 50% increase since Friday. Peaceful groupies.
Definitely a nice little bump up for those holders.
For sure.
The Janky Heist.
And then we spoke about peaceful groupies. Up a little bit. It was 0.34. It's currently 0.38. So about 10% increase since Friday's show. And Creature Toads was 0.055. And it's currently 0.064. So also a small increase. but very, very nice. Anyone who listened to Friday's show and it decided to get into some of these projects is happy. I think it's also important to realize that when the very high price projects go up, like Bored Ape, which has also jumped, then you typically find that the other collections that project does, like Mutant Ape Yacht Club, as well as Bored Ape Kennel Club, also has gone through the roof to almost 7. I just want to pull that up quickly, which is just mad. Yeah, 6.6. That's the Kennel Club.
Yeah.
So when the main project goes up, you always find a trickle down to their sub collections. So we did talk about it a bit on Friday, that it's a good move to buy the Bored Ape Kennel Club when you see the mutants and the Bored Apes moving, but it applies across the board. So if you look at gutter cats, for example, the main collection has mooned to about 7 ETH from about 4 ETH, but so has gutter dogs, gutter rats, gutter pigeons. Their 3 sub collections have all gone from under 1 ETH to about 1.5 ETH, around about there. So It's always a great tip to buy the sub collections when you see that the main collections have already mooned. And also, a lot of people, most people can't or don't want to commit that amount of money. So instead of buying in to the Bored Ape Yacht Club at 70 ETH, you could get yourself a Bored Ape Kennel Club for 6.6 ETH. This is one of the most expensive projects. But again, I mean, it applies to any budget. There is a collection, let's say at 1 ETH, the sub collection will be at 0.1 ETH and would have risen. So that's always a good little trick.
And they're often linked together, like you said. When the main collection goes, the sub collection will go, and if the sub collection just catches fire all of a sudden, that's going to bring more eyes to the main collection as well. So it's all interlinked.
100%. And the other thing that we often see is that when there's a big pump on a big project like Bored Ape Yacht Club, Cool Cats, any of those big boys, we typically find a few days later, the medium range NFTs start pumping. And a few days after that, the lower priced NFTs start pumping. So it's almost like, the guy sold his Kennel Club and now he's got 6.5 ETH and he buys 5 Lazy Lions or something to that effect. So you find that Lazy Lions will go up, and it has gone up, and Cyberkong's VX has gone up, and the main collection has gone up hugely. And then you'll find the smaller under 1 ETH projects are also going to move a few days after that. So that's typically a cycle that you see, and an interesting thing to watch out for. But let's get on to the big news today. Exciting upcoming NFT projects for Q1. Eve, take it away, my man.
Yeah, so the first project I've had my eye on is Hapebeast. So this one is going to be crazy. So when you first join their Discord, you're going to notice they almost have 500,000 members, which is absolutely insane. I think that's one of the biggest Discord servers I've personally seen. But that just speaks to how hyped this project is. So what's so exciting about this is not only the cool artwork. You can see here that they've got some pretty cool artwork, but the main thing for me is who's involved with the project. So the founder, his Twitter handle is Digimental, and he's a holder of 2 Bored Ape Yacht Club. So here's his personal Twitter. You can go to it and just see the different sneak peeks and just what's going on with the project, as well as keeping up to date with their Discord. But again, the Discord is pretty wild. It moves pretty fast. But this project is one to keep your eye on. And if you're trying to get whitelist, it might be a bit tough because it is based on the community activity. Like the fan art and the memes and just being active in the space, in their Discord rather. So with 500,000 people, it might be tough to get noticed, but it might be worth a shot. So try getting in there and give it a shot. But like I said, one thing that's really great about this project, besides the really cool 3D artwork, is the creators' involvement with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And really what they're trying to do with this is create a pop culture brand. They're going to be releasing music. They say music to hape out to. So Maybe there's some sort of royalties wrapped into that. I don't know yet. But there's going to be music released, there's going to be clothing released, and actually a runway, which we don't know much about yet, but these guys seem to be into fashion. So yeah, one to keep an eye out for. The price is 0.2 Ethereum plus gas. We're looking at a launch date of January 19th. So it's coming up, and there's only going to be 8,000 in the collection. So
at that price, it's going to fly. It really is. It's going to be a gas war for sure.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see this being taken over by a clothing brand. And if it does happen, it was said here first, but just the way they've done it, it looks primed to be taken over by a big clothing brand. I mean, the walkway and
from my understanding, it seems like they almost want to do it themselves. I get the, I don't know if you know the brand Supreme, but I get some serious Supreme vibes from this, where it's like streetwear. That guaranteed there's going to be some high profile celebrities trying to get in on this. So if you're able to mint one, or if you're able to mint two, you're in the money. If you're able to mint one, you're going to be part of a really great community that I think is going to provide some awesome utility. Like I said, their founder is part of Bored Ape Yacht Club. I think their team, actually take a look at the team. The team is massive. So you've got the founder, Digimental, and then just utility, smart contract, strategy, music, mod, and then look at all the mods from everywhere on the entire planet. So yeah, definitely taking this project seriously, and it's one to look out for sure.
For sure. And I think you'll find that it's all the projects tonight are the same. They're all ones that are pretty much guaranteed to sell out and to do incredibly well. We're only talking about the real big boys. I'm going to move on to Invisible Friends. So Invisible Friends, it's an interesting project. It's part of a bigger group called the Random Character Collective. You can see here, not a massive following, 25,000 followers on Twitter. But when you go to the Invisible Friends Twitter, you'll see that they've got 150,000 followers. Random Collective is quite an interesting idea. They came out from the beginning, and their artist said he wanted to give more views to artists, a great platform for artists. And from the beginning, before they launched the first collection, they had said that they were going to do 3 different collections with 3 different artists. These are completely separate collections. It's not like Mutant Ape with Bored Ape or anything like that. They're completely separate collections. The very first one was Slim Hoods. And Slim Hoods is just this walking character.
Yeah, I remember seeing those guys. I like them. I like them a lot.
See, floor price currently 0.48 ETH. And then you had Mood Rollers, the next one. So all of them are similar in that they're moving graphics. On these ones, you got to push play. So yeah, a simple graphic. Let's play a few of them. They're making noises. Can you hear the noises?
No, I can't. I can't hear it. No.
Okay. It just makes like a bit of a rolling noise. And then now you've got these Invisible Friends coming out. So it's quite interesting. Their Discord is split up into 3. You've got space for each of the 3 projects. But they did say from the beginning that guys who have Slim Hoods, which was the first collection that Random Collective launched, would get on the whitelist for Mood Rollers. And those that have Slim Hoods and Mood Rollers would have a very good chance of getting on the whitelist for Invisible Friends. They've got 2,500 of the 5,000 collection that Invisible Friends will be. That's been allocated to people who own both a Slim Hood and a Mood Roller. The amount of people that own both is more than that. So some people will be left out of that, but the vast majority will get in because, maybe there's 3,000 that own both and 2,500 will be given whitelist. And a lot of people, liked, let's just say the Mood Rollers, for example, and bought the Slim Hoods in order to get the pre-sale or the whitelist for Mood Rollers. And people who liked Invisible Friends, which is my favorite by far of the 3 collections, collections, those people would have bought slim hoods and mood rollers. So it was a clever way to launch. I do believe that once they do launch Invisible Friends, you're going to see quite a dip in the floor price for slim hoods and mood rollers. You usually do see that
Always
in this type of
happens.
situation. Yeah. So usually it happens with a reveal. Before a project reveals their art, it pumps because guys are thinking they're going to get the very rares. And then as soon as there's been a reveal, that floor price typically goes down. But here it's a different situation, but I do expect that we're going to be seeing the same thing. If you go through here to their Twitter, again, 150,000 followers. Here you get just a bit of preview of that. There's not much that's been said. The artist behind it does lectures on walking, and making animations walk.
That's
he's like
cool.
he's the expert on this sort of loop that makes guys walk. So if you actually look into the guy, he's quite an interesting guy to look into. But yeah, I mean, I find it very exciting. 5,000 is quite a small collection. All things considered, I have no doubt it will sell out probably on pre-sale. I do not believe it will get to public mint. I firmly don't believe it will get to public mint. So unless you whitelisted, I don't think you'll be able to mint one of these, but you'll always be able to pick one up on the secondary market. They're going to say that they've said that they're going to launch in February 2022. Mint price, they're saying to be announced. So if you look at, to try to figure it out for yourself, if you look at slim hoods, it was a 0.05 if you were whitelisted, 0.09 for public, and so was mood rollers. So we know it's going to be at least 0.05, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make it a bit higher. They definitely could, and it won't affect their sales. But I can't imagine it being more than 0.15 as an absolute max, because their pricing has been fair for the other two collections. But I'm just speculating. We don't know what it's going to be yet. They're basically saying you get access to a 3D invisible collection of summer 22. So there'll be a summer collection because all of these guys are sort of winter in the snow and in the rain and dressed in jerseys. So It's going to be a free drop. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be great. I do own a slim hoods and a mood roller, just one of each. I bought them specifically to try and be on this whitelist for Invisible Friends. And I hope I get it. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's going to be very good.
Yeah, good luck with it. That'd be a sweet one to have.
I'll let you know. Yeah, I'd love to. I think it's going to do very well.
So my next one I'm looking at here is, I think, something that's going to be really special. It's combining, the project's called Metroverse. So what it's trying to do is combine NFTs, gaming, and DeFi. So decentralized finance. And I think it's a brilliant idea. And I'm personally going to be trying to get on the whitelist for this. So yeah, if you're looking into getting whitelist for this specific project, you're going to want to check out their Discord. They just opened it back up, whitelist for activity within the Discord. There's about 55,000 people, and there's 5,000 whitelist spots. As of January 1st, there was about just under 3,000 taken up. So you're going to want to get in there, get chatting, be active, be helpful, and just, hang out in there. But the project itself, like I said, NFTs, which is the art aspect and the non-fungible token, the DeFi, and then the gaming. So how does it all come together? It's land-based. So you're buying your city block. You're buying your Metroverse. And within your city block, it has different attributes. It could have a skyscraper. It could have a school. It could have a bank. It could have a mall. It could have all sorts of different points of interest. And based off of your different points of interest, you're going to receive a score. And that score is going to earn you a specific number of tokens with this. So there's staking involved, which is the DeFi. The gamification is the collecting and building of your city. And then you've got some really cool 3D landscapes. So The team is fully listed on their Discord. There's quite a few people involved, and there's a lot of them involved, from game design to tech to blockchain technology. There's some people that were involved in some Silicon Valley projects. So a lot of knowledgeable people involved with this project. But if you take a look at their roadmap, they're going to have 10,000 Genesis City blocks that are minted. They'll be revealing. The vault will be released. So the Metaverse vault released and staking enabled to begin your collection of their token, MET. So from there, players can claim and use their MET for their staking city blocks. They're also going to have a mare collection, 1,000 mares. I'm not sure what's going to happen with those. But then there's also going to be a PvP game released as part of all of this. So from my understanding, it's going to be similar to Sim City, the game Sim City, where the goal is to build out your city and collect revenue, make revenue. And this is all coming from you staking your city blocks and the rarity score basically of that city block. So you can see here, each one has a different score, and the scoring is how your staking levels are determined. So something I'm really looking into. I think it's going to be an awesome project. And yeah, right now it's 0.1 ETH for a mint. There is no specific date. It's sometime in January. So get in the Discord, start chatting, check it out. And yeah, something for sure that I'm really excited to check out.
Reminds me a little bit of Nanoverse, the art.
Yeah. It reminds me of a couple of these different like sort of cityscape, futuristic style NFT projects. But I think the coolest part about this is that it has those three elements. Like I said, you can collect and trade, the gamification of your collecting. Each one has different rarities, and the rarities play into how much MET you're going to earn. And then they're also going to be introducing some kind of PvP game. So that's really cool, I think.
Awesome.
Something to keep an eye out.
Yeah, very exciting. I'm also looking forward to that one. All right, so my next one, crypto bats. So we've seen a trend recently that celebrities have been getting into NFT space, not just buying their own, but actually launching projects. We saw Shaq did one recently. We've seen quite a lot of celebrities do it. Not all of them have done well, so it doesn't mean just because you're a celebrity that it's going to do well. However, this next one, Crypto Bats by Ozzy Osbourne, I have no doubt is going to do well. In my personal opinion, not financial advice, but I definitely believe it's going to do well. So here's just an article from Market Insider. Rockstar Ozzy Osbourne is going to launch an NFT collection called Crypto Bats, a nod to when he infamously bit off the head of a bat in 1982. So apparently he was doing a solo concert in 1982, and he bit off the head of a bat. One of the NFTs is actually going to be that one without a head.
Gruesome.
I think I might have a picture to show you. It's going to be a collection of 9,666. They did release early on their Discord that for whitelist people, it's going to be 0.088 ETH, which I think is a fair amount to charge for it. And it's just quite funny. He says here that I'll just paraphrase it, but he says basically that he loves NFTs. He asked Sharon for a Bored Ape for Christmas, and she refused, so he decided to start his own NFT collection. So sounds pretty typical to him. Nice thing about when you've got someone like Ozzy Osbourne behind a project, first of all, he's done very well on the team, but you know that it's not going to be a rug pull, so you don't really have to look too deeply into the team. I did see also that they're doing a separate little 3 collection from the artist Gremlin, who did Cryptodes, very well known in the space. He's done a special collection of just 3 of them. But if you look here, you've got Ozzy Osbourne as the creative director. And then you've got 5 guys involved in it, another 5 guys, developer, community manager, and art direction. So a couple of things about this project. First thing that's very, very interesting to me is that if you own one of these bats and you also own a collection of either subducks, just want to find it here, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and another 2 projects, your bat will be, if you hold both in the same wallet, your bat will be able to bite the other NFT once, effectively bite, and that will make you breed a mutated bat. So you'll keep your original bat and you'll basically get a free mutated bat. You can only, you can only do it once, and it can only be done with partner projects. Then there's a second part to it where there's going to be like a, just want to find it here. So let's go to Ancient Bats. It's called Ancient Bats, and it's a treasure hunt, right? Separate completely, exclusively for crypto bat holders, where, so we've set here crypto bats, which is the normal ones can only bite once. Ancient bats are able to bite up to 99 times, giving them an unrivaled power to each breed 99 mutant bats. So, I mean, that's incredible. If you have one bat that's an ancient bat, and you make your bat into an ancient bat by finding this stuff on a treasure hunt, then that bat can breed up to 99 times. So you can effectively get 99 free NFTs, probably only playing gas. Each ancient bat is custom designed by some of the most renowned artists. So that was the one collection was by Gremlin. We've scattered ancient bats around the world in hidden locations. They could be up a mountain, deep in the forest, underwater, or even stuck to the ceiling in a dive bar toilet. The common theme, they're not easy to find. Week by week, we're going to release mints and clues to our most engaged community, slowly revealing the locations of ancient bats and making them easier to discover as time goes on. If you are one of the lucky handful to discover an ancient bat, you will simply scan a QR code revealing a special wallet that can only be unlocked using your crypto bat. And here they're going to have an interactive map to show you. I don't see anything in Africa over there, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to send you out to Ethan, I'm going to have to send you out to go find my ancient bat, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Then just a quick look at the roadmap. Whitelist open to public. CryptoBats public mint. Again, we do not have an exact date for it, but they have hinted at January this year. Then Chapter 3, Biting Utility begins for all crypto bat holders to create their mutant bat. Chapter 4, like we discussed, the ancient bat clues will begin. Chapter 5 will begin to build out in Sandbox and the Metaverse for all our crypto bats and mutant bat holders. So I love that, especially with the artist. You sort of expect, if they're going this route, that there might be some sort of meet and greet with Ozzy there in the Metaverse or in Sandbox.
Yeah,
once they've built that out.
Some kind of concert or something maybe, or just a hangout. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And if you look at their Twitter over here, not that many followers actually. I would expect more. I mean, look, 24,800 is not nothing, but you would expect a bit more. But I'm seeing this project everywhere. Again, I do think it's going to be very successful. I wonder if I can find you that one.
The head.
That's one of the ones. This is one of the ones by Gremlin, the artist from Cryptoids. Yeah, it's one of the special ancient bat ones. That's also from Gremlin over here.
Yeah, Val's.
But yeah, I mean, that pretty much.
Val's in the chat wondering if there's going to be a headless bat.
Yeah, definitely, Val. You've come late. You'll have to see me after the video. It's great to have you. Great to have Val. We know Val from the Wolves, and she always supports us. So thank you for that. Looking for the headless one, Val. There is going to be one. There is going to be one. I'll look while Morland's presenting the next one, and I'll try to show you afterwards. So, Ethan, back to you.
Yeah.
Man.
So the next one on my radar is the Undead Pastel Club, which is kind of a mashup of 2 projects. You can kind of tell by the aesthetic here. It's very similar to the Doodles project in terms of the pastel colors and the artwork style. But then we've got all these mutant apes. So why exactly? And when you look deeper into it, it's actually because this project was created by a mutant ape holder. So mutant ape number 17,495 decided they were going to start a project, and they came up with Undead Pastel Club. And I think it's really cool the way these two different styles complement each other. So the Discord itself, again, we'll start there because that's where you want to go with all these new projects to get involved in the community and just find out more. So the Discord, it's got 115,000 members. And it's going to be tough to get whitelist for this. It's actually closed. So they opened it up for mutant ape holders. And then they also had some sort of activity, again, invite contests within the Discord, reaching level 11. There was a couple different criteria you could do, but they've filled the 2,000 spots. And yeah, so you're out of luck for whitelist on this one. But if you're willing to get into a gas war, this might be one to look at. So the collection itself is 9,999 of these pastel apes. We're looking at a January 11th pre-sale, January 12th public sale. The cost is 0.07 Ethereum. And yeah, when you look deeper into it at their roadmap, there's not much there. What they're hoping to do is build around the community. They say they're a community focused NFT collection. Now they do have plans to purchase Metaverse land to have their own branded merch, and then there's plans for staking as well. So, like, here's the roadmap. So there's not a whole lot here. They're doing some giveaways. They have a huge marketing budget. But I think it's going to be one of those projects where you don't necessarily need a ton of roadmap utility. It has the hype. It has a backing from the mutant apes and the bored apes. When you look at the team, you've got they're not fully doxed, but they do have their Twitters available. And like I said, it's one of the holders of a mutant ape. And if mutant ape and bored ape is endorsing this and supporting it, I don't think you'll see it be a rug pull. So yeah, really great project to look into. Community driven, really cool artwork in my opinion. And yeah, I think a really good opportunity. But again, not financial advice. It's just a great looking collectible, and I think with the community that it's going to have behind it, you're going to see some really great things.
Incredible. Very, very cool. I have seen in the Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord, it's been discussed a bit. Also, when you go into the Discord for them, there is a section there that if you're a Bored Ape Yacht Club holder or Mutant Ape Yacht Club holder, you can apply and get whitelist. Those, as you said, have been filled. 2,000 spots have been filled. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it is going to do well, quite hyped. I like more original stuff, but I get it. And I have no doubt that it's going to have a following.
Yeah, this is sort of this is one of those derivative ones, like where we've seen a ton of these doodle projects and they've done well, but none have done as well as the original. So it'll be interesting to see if the combination of doodle and mutant can make it surpass the original sort of ones they're derived from. But I think it's cool. Sorry to cut you off there, Philip.
No, not at all. I cut you. So you'll see, it's quite interesting. You've got also, they recently released, what was it? Dads. A mixture of crypto dads and something else. Also, they recently released an Ape Dads. Typically, it's actually at a 0.254 price, which is hilarious. They're quite cool. But, you also had the Desperate Ape Wives. So then someone came up with the Ape Dads. which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, Desperate Ape Wives hit 1.5 ETH, is now sitting at 0.75. It remains to be seen how much longevity these projects have. But again, I think that's got to do with the team behind them. And if the team's determined to make it work, it doesn't really matter what your picture is. As long as you're going to put everything into it, then I think it could be great. So it's going to be interesting to see where that one goes.
For sure.
Okay, my next one is Oxya-origins. All right. So this, first of all, these guys have absolutely gone mad. They've got 200,000 in their Discord. They have about 50,000 on Twitter, 45.9, but they really have a unique take to the art. The artist of this project been involved in a lot of different things. His name is Laurie Gaintrand. He was an artist for Marvel, Netflix, Disney, a senior concept artist on famous names like Avengers, The Witcher, Robin Hood, The Jungle Book, The Fantastic Four, and even Nike. So I mean, she's really got a incredible background and CV. So the art is no different. You basically have 3 different tribes. The one is Luxion, all right, and these guys I really love. I'm big into steampunk. I think it's incredible. And basically it says here the steampunk people stay true to their ancestors by keeping their human bodies. They build rustic yet robust equipment, scavenging metal parts from battlefields and destroying robots. They're using a subsonic communication system to adapt to multiple storms hitting the planet. Then you have Naya, looks like half human. So living to the trigolite capital in national caviars, protecting them from the unbearable heat of the desert. The Tewe, I hope I'm saying that right, the Tewe people are serving the Anokye and ensuring their protection. For this very reason, they are training relentlessly. They prefer noble weapons such as daggers and spears. And then you get the Cryo, and the Cryo are weathered, beaten, and saddled. These people are following the herds that hunt. Once the hunt is over, they cork in tents and they return to the heat accumulating during the day while they sleep. So the artwork is really beautiful. Their team is mostly doxed. I'll get back to the roadmap now. So you'll see here we've got Instagram and ArtStation links there. Instagram and LinkedIn, Instagram and ArtStation again. Here we've got a LinkedIn, which is fine. Here's just the OpenC link. Here's also just an OpenC link, and LinkedIn. So, I mean, look, you don't have to worry with this of it being a rug pull. I've seen it mentioned in many, and cross-promoted in many reputable projects. So you don't have to worry, but I just did find that quite interesting in general. But it's not a red flag to me because of the projects that have been involved here. And then if you look at the roadmap, it's quite complicated. They're saying that they're going to be the first, just want to find the right wording for us, collaborate to earn RPG game on the blockchain, allowing land conquests, social experiments, tribe alliances, and in-game governance. So they're the first project that's doing all of that.
Interesting.
Q1, yeah. So Q1 is Genesis. So the storyline's introduced, which it pretty much has been. The collection size is 7898. Just so that you're aware, the mint price is 0.3, which is quite high. But again, this is a very high quality project. Yeah, you got to weigh it up and see what else you can get for that. If you're looking at buying an Ape Dad or this, I would buy this, and they're at a similar price. But still, 0.3 is not nothing. However, I've no doubt it will jump definitely before pre-reveal, and I have no doubt that there will be a gas war. As I say, 200,000 people in their Discord. Then they'll be doing collabs. There'll be a token revealed in Q1, and there's going to be staking at 3%. Then if you look at Q2, that's when the lands will be introduced. There will be your first monthly quest. Your token and other rewards will come into play. First legendary animals revealed. So I imagine that there'll be a drop, a free drop. Oxya dungeon, so that's the in-game items, and you saw all the different tribes. Some prefer indigenous weapons, others prefer other weapons. That's when that will come into play. Q3, nobility ascension, breeding and genesis land rewards. Risk Hunter, that's the playable side of it. Landlord Rent, land utility and token payoff, and then 10% of the OpenC royalties will start going to nobility. And Q4, Oxya-origins marketplace, blessed players earn land, social party on your land. So again, going into the metaverse, sacrificial room, origins universe unveiled, and then 2023 to 2024, where the whole Oxyverse activate with all the planets, lands, and ecosystems, and they basically go into the metaverse. So a very well put together roadmap. Again, as you heard me the other day, I love it when they go past this current year. It just shows that they're thinking about the future of this. It's not just, oh, when we sell out 100%, this is what we're going to do. It's like, this is what we do in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and thereafter. So yeah, great project, good one to look out for. And I'm excited for it also.
I think it's really cool. Any project that has like a story or lore built out early on, I love that. That just gets me going. So this one is definitely something I might look into. At
Yeah,
point three
launch
ETH
date.
is 0.3 ETH is steep, but I think like it would be worth it with what they're trying to build here. It sounds really, really interesting.
Yeah, I think it will jump to close to an ETH straight away. So even if you just want to buy it for a flip, I think it's pretty safe to do so. They also have a bot blocker in Discord, a well-known one. So they're basically saying to everyone, this is 200,000 legitimate people. There's obviously no way to know that for sure, to be honest. But still, I mean, that Discord is popping all the time, as you would expect, even with 50,000 people in it. Launch date 5th of January, so 2 days away. And as we said, the price 0.30. So yeah, good one, limited to 2 NFTs per user wallet.
Nice. That looks like a good project. Next one on my list here, we've got WGMI. And no, it doesn't stand for We Gonna Make It. So this one is web-generated modular interface. So it's a bit of a mystery project right now. It's going to be a quick overview because there's not a whole lot to go off of. But this is their website. There is no Discord yet. It's coming soon. And basically what they're saying is 10,000 randomly generated PFPs, actually PFPPPs, so profile picture passion projects. They're not just a profile picture. But yeah, no roadmap or promises, just vibes. And I kind of like that. I think that's kind of cool. But it is a red flag, right? We've been telling you, check the roadmap, make sure there's utility. But the reason I'm saying I don't mind it with this project is because the artwork is pretty cool. Like it's this really great quality 3D artwork. I'll go to their Instagram. You can see here, like, just I think this is so cool. I would love to have one in my collection, and I'm sure, like, with the amount of followers they have, they've got 83,000 followers. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty hype release. But that being said, we don't really know anything about it. We don't have a release date. We do know there's going to be 9,596 in the collection. And the good thing, actually, is that their team is fully doxed. So you can see their full team here by Anna Pashenko. I'm not sure their names, but I've got their Instagrams, or sorry, their Twitters pulled up. So they're all 3D designers, 3 different 3D designers, but they do great work. And I think this is one that you might want to take a chance on, even though we don't know a whole lot about it. It's just really cool artwork. The team is
Actually
fully,
reminds me a bit about of Invisible Friends, the look
yeah,
of it.
yeah, it's got that
Um,
feel.
a bit of a better quality, and they're not walking. But the thing with this is that I'm sure we are going to find out everything we need to know in time. So
Yeah.
it's not like they're minting tomorrow and there's no Discord and we don't know much.
But
They're trying to
it,
build that suspense.
if you do, yeah, that's one thing I think that's going to be in their favor. They're building that suspense, but they do have whitelist opportunities right now. So they're doing their whitelisting a little bit differently. I think they're trying to get a bit more Twitter activity going rather than just a closed loop of Discord. So this gets them out there a lot more. And basically, all you have to do is interact with them on Twitter, whether it's memes or fan art or something. So they actually have a list, a full spreadsheet on a Google Doc that I can actually drop in the description when we're done. But you can take a look and see who has actually gotten whitelist, what they did to get whitelist, and then the proof of it. And whitelist approves you for 2 mints. So you can see somebody did an icon tweak. There's a project collaboration. Just a lot of different things. We gonna make it, or actually not we gonna make it. Sorry, that's Freudian slip. WGMI vintage character illustration, clay earrings, different kinds of just crafts, and use your imagination and just get involved. Tweet at them and give them a follow. So yeah, really cool project that I think would be worth a solid look, and keep an eye on their Twitter for any updates. For sure.
Yeah, the nice thing about it is that when you don't have a Discord and when you don't have a website, the nice thing about that is that the second you release a Discord or a website, everyone's like, wow.
It's gonna
So
blow.
if you start your project and in your official links is a Discord and a website already, it's sort of like, when you don't have one, all of a sudden, oh, Discord is launched. It's a massive thing.
Yeah.
I've also seen a lot of notable guys in the space speaking favorably of this project, which also speaks to its validity. So I'm not concerned at all about anything. I know it's a valid project with valid guys behind it, because everyone is doing research before they present it. These guys are sort of doxed, but again, we will see a Discord, we will see a website with much more detail and utility, and when we do, it's going to be massive news, and we look forward to bringing that to you when that does happen. All right, peeps. So that sums up the really exciting new mints to look out for in the early 2022 year. Tomorrow, we're going to be showing you, speaking of these mints, how to mint from contract. So you'll find that, when you have these mints like these are going to be, which are very hyped with a lot of people trying to mint at once, the price of gas, the transaction fee, goes up enormously. So we're going to explain to you what gas is, first of all, tomorrow. And we're then going to show you how you can mint from contracts and explain to you the benefits of minting from contracts. And we look forward to doing that. We're also going to bring in the 2022 exciting news theme. We're going to bring you Coinbase and Spotify, what that means for the market, 2 new marketplaces for NFTs that are launching in early 2022. We're going to take you deep diving into Spotify and Coinbase, and we look forward to seeing you then. So if you haven't already, please, what do you need to do, Morland?
You got to hit that subscribe, you got to hit that like, and then you got to stay up to date with all of our socials down in the description. So check it all out there, smash the thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Later, guys. Peace.